intelligent, charming, and friendly. Those three words might deserve to be pinned on this one bird species. Yes, they are the Eclectus parrot, or Eclectus roratus. In this video, let's together see what their privileges are.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Smart birds. They are Eclectus parrot. Does green Eclectus parrot mean male? It's a male. If it's red, it means it's female. That's right. The Eclectus parrot is a sexually dimorphic animal. We can distinguish which birds are male and female based on their physical characteristics. However, interestingly, the extreme contrast between the female and male Eclectus parrots had time to confuse ornithologists into thinking they were two different species. Breeders also often fail to breed these birds because they pair males with males and females with females. In the early 20th century, people finally realized their mistakes. As mentioned by Irfan, the male Eclectus parrot has a dominant emerald green plumage. However, the undersides of their wings are red and blue. Their upper beak is orange, while the lower beak is black. On the other hand, the female bird's body is covered with red feathers, except for the chest, back, and underside of the wings decorated with purplish-blue feathers. Their beaks are entirely black. In the dense tropical rainforests of the Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, northeastern Australia, and Indonesia can find the Eclectus parrot. However, their distribution area is vast, ranging from lowlands to highlands with an altitude of 1,000 meters above sea level. So, in addition to tropical rainforests, they also usually inhabit lowland forests, mangroves, savannas, and coconut plantations, as long as these places are close to water sources or coastal areas. Eclectus parrot is a herbivorous animal. Their favorite foods are papaya, pomegranate, berries, and figs. However, they also often eat seeds, flowers, and leaf buds. They use their hook-shaped beak to open sources or dig up fruit flesh. These birds spend most of their time foraging, devouring food, and resting in the wild. To find food successfully, they often do it in pairs or groups. Even when sleeping in tall trees, they like to be in groups. In addition, they are very friendly, loving, calm, and social birds, both with each other and with humans. They enjoy interacting and being with their families. On the other hand, they will feel stressed if they are ignored or neglected. Even so, they are sensitive birds. They don't like noisy environments, especially if the noise is constant and continuous. They are also territorial creatures. They will act aggressively when defending their territory. To scare other birds, they will open their beaks. However, if they lost and decided to withdraw from the confrontation, they would hide their beaks. In the wild, male Eclectus parrots are seen more often, while females tend to be shy. The female Eclectus parrot is more bossy than the opposite sex. They are also generally more aggressive and territorial, especially when defending their nests from other female Eclectus parrots. Not infrequently, they fight to protect the nest. The Eclectus parrot often chooses a place to nest based on two factors. First is the availability of food in the environment. Second, the opportunity for predators to appear. Their nests are located in tree holes, away from the forest interior, at a distance of 14 to 22 meters above the ground. Nest holes are usually 25 to 30 centimeters long, 60 to 300 centimeters deep. Unlike other parrot species, the Eclectus parrot is polygynandrous. That means female birds can mate with several male birds and vice versa. It can happen, especially if the ratio of male and female birds that inhabit an area is unequal. Another reason could be the inadequate number of nest holes during the mating process. However, all males who marry the same female bird will uniquely feed and care for the female. The mating season for Eclectus parrots varies, depending on their location. In Indonesia, the Eclectus parrot usually breeds from August to September. After mating, the female bird will release 2 to 3 white eggs, then incubate for 27 to 30 days. After the eggs hatch, the female and male parents take turns caring for and feeding their young, although the female parent tends to play more of the role. Eclectus parrot chicks can leave their nest after 12 weeks, although they will only live independently after 6 months. One other unique thing about the Eclectus parrot lies in the behavior of the female parent, which can kill the male chicks, especially if she feels their nest hole is too narrow and crowded. The Eclectus parrot is a noisy bird when it makes a sound. They often make calls, both when flying and perched. As for their voices sound loud and shrill, with chirping that tends to be hoarse. However, the Eclectus parrot is known as an intelligent bird that can be trained to talk. Their ability to quickly learn whatever vocabulary they are taught makes them one of the best parrots. Eclectus parrots can even imitate sounds in their environment, such as the ringing of a telephone or the sound of an alarm.
Hello. Hello, baby. What's going on?
However, they tend to be more reserved than other parrots. The Eclectus parrot is a bird of least concern on the IUCN Red List. In Indonesia, this bird is protected by law. Therefore, people cannot carelessly maintain or breed them. We need special permission from the Conservation Center. The discussion about the Eclectus parrot is finished. Hopefully, this video can be helpful for you. And don't forget to press the like and subscribe button. I hope you are always healthy. See you in the next episode.